Here's something I figured out. You know those silent, cool, loner types we see in anime or movies? Like Levi from Attack on Titan or Sasuke from Naruto, even stoic characters in films, like one of my favorites, John Wick. They always seem so composed, so untouchable. They barely talk. They keep to themselves, and yet everyone around them respects them, fawns over them, or fears them. And for a while, I wanted to be that person too. Quiet, detached, mysterious. Because in fiction, it looks powerful. And I was already an introvert, so I felt like I was halfway there. But in real life, it doesn't work the same way. See, in media, the loner character works because we already know their story. We've seen their pain, their trauma, their purpose. We understand why they're distant, so their silence comes off as deep, not awkward. In real life, nobody gets that context. If you're quiet all the time, people don't see a mysterious backstory. They just assume you're uninterested or weird. The same traits that make a character cool in fiction, the quietness, the emotional distance, the cold confidence, can come across as isolated, insecure, or arrogant without a backstory. I went through a phase where I tried being that way too. I'd sit in class with my headphones in, barely talk, thinking that being silent made me seem interesting. But instead of people being curious, I just kind of faded into the background, the quiet, weird kid. There was no power behind that, just isolation. And that's when it hit me. Those characters work because they earned their silence. They've already proven themselves through action. Levi doesn't need to talk because his presence means something. Sasuke doesn't need to explain himself because his story already speaks for him. They are masters at their craft, and that gives them substance on top of the mystique. It was never the silence that made them cool. It's what the silence represents. Power, focus, unshakability. They have a direction, a purpose, something they're locked in on. If you copy the silence without the substance, you lose what makes it powerful. Being quiet isn't deep if you're just avoiding connection. Being detached isn't strong if you're just afraid to be vulnerable. What we can actually learn from these characters is how to be more disciplined, more dedicated to your craft or purpose. They know what they want, and they don't get distracted easily. They're not emotionless. They just put that emotion into what matters to them. They're confident, not because they don't care, but because they know their worth doesn't depend on validation. Those are things you can bring into real life. You can be calm without being cold. You can be focused without pushing people away. You can be quiet and still present. I realized I didn't actually want to be silent. I just wanted to look deep. I didn't want to be alone. I just didn't think I would fit in with the crowd, and trying to copy these lone wolf types didn't make me any cooler. The truth is, even if you're naturally a quiet person, being able to be sociable is way more valuable than purposely withdrawing. You don't have to say much, but if you set a foundation for who you are with people, when you do speak, it'll hold more weight. So yeah, the quiet, mysterious types will always be cool in TV shows and movies, and you can even learn from them. Their calm focus, their sense of purpose, their discipline. But trying to emulate them doesn't make you mysterious. It just makes you someone no one can get close to. Real strength isn't silence, it's balance. But hey, this is just some stuff I figured out. Hopefully you can use it to figure out stuff too.